Hi guys, so we're all new here, so I thought I'd introduce myself. I have a little baby girl who is 4 months old. I am a first time mum. I hate wasting money and I am a real minimalist. So I hate anything unnecessary clutter. I researched high and low things that I was actually going to need and read so many reviews, watched so many YouTube videos of things people loved, thought they were going to like and didn't like. I've written a list of things that I love and things that I wouldn't use again if we were blessed with another little tiny human. Just a disclaimer, these are things that I think make life a lot easier having a newborn, but they are not things that your newborn needs. So grab a brew and let's get started. Number one is my Next to Me crib / Moses basket. It's the Claire de Lune. I'll insert a picture so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, I personally wouldn't buy this again, and I will be getting a different crib if we do have another baby. At the moment, she's 4 months old and she has grown out of it, so it's not as big as some of the Next to Me cribs. It's a lot smaller. It's kind of in between a crib and a Moses basket, so they don't last in it for as long. She's got 2 months left in our bedroom before she goes into her cot, so we have had to buy another cot, kind of just a travel cot, to see us through the next 2 months, and then she can go obviously in her actual cot in her bedroom. The thing is with this, because it's quite low, as you can probably see on the photo, because it's quite low, you do have to get up out of bed to look at her or take her out of the crib. So whereas the Next to Me is obviously online with your bed, so you can just kind of roll over, perfect for feeding. I'm currently breastfeeding, especially through the night. When I get up, I don't want to have to get out of bed to grab her. It's gorgeous, it's aesthetic, it folds up, so it's in an X shape as you can see on the photo, and it does fold together, so it's really easy to store. I will be getting a proper Next to Me crib next time and not the Claire de Lune. Number two is the Owlet. Now, I love this. I would highly recommend it to any first time parent. It's so good at putting your mind at ease. So we have the camera and the sock. Now the camera is great, it can tell you the room temperature, it notifies you of any sound, crying, any movement, and the sock notifies you of anything that's wrong with their heart rate or their oxygen saturation. On the app, it is a live reading, so you can check their oxygen saturation and their heart rate whenever you want. It's great. In the first few months we had this on constantly, just for peace of mind, especially if you've just come home from the hospital. Our baby was in NICU, so it put our mind at ease so much to be able to come home and still have them readings on. The one downside that I would say about it is that it's Wi-Fi connected, so sometimes the Wi-Fi connection can be a little bit slow, so you have to click retry for the video to come back up, so it will go off. That is the one downside, but it does depend where we are in the house. This tends to happen when I'm more in the garden, so it depends where you are. I would do a full review on this if people were wanting, because there's so much to say about it and I could get it out and show you how to use it. Overall, I would definitely use it again. I love it. Number three is the Pure Flow sleep sacks. They can be used as swaddles and as sleeping bags. So they do have little buttons here on the side to let their arms in and out. So you can either have them open or close like this side. So when our baby was first born, when we brought her home, we swaddled her in these with her arms like crossed like this. But then when they get a bit bigger and they can start to roll over, you do just open the little poppers and let their arms out of the side. They're really wide at the bottom, as you can see, which is great for their hip development when they get a bit bigger. And they also pop, as you can see these little poppers here, they also pop up, so that if you are wanting, when your baby's tiny, it's a bit smaller as well, and then you let it down once they've grown a little bit. They do also have a zipper from up here that goes the whole way around, so that it's really easy for getting them in and out of, really easy for changing them in the middle of the night as well. I would definitely use these again, although I think you need a few different sizes and maybe a few different togs. So third on the list is Ewan. He's so cute. He is a portable sound machine. He is battery operated, which I think is one downside to him, and he does not play all the time. So he only has a run time, I would say, of maybe 10 minutes, and then he'll go off. So if you are wanting something that plays all night, this guy isn't for you. This lasts long enough for us to do our nighttime routine. We pop it on while she goes to sleep. She doesn't rely on it all night long. He does have a little red light and plays shushing noises. There is a few different modes of shushing and heartbeat sounds that he will play, and you just click through the different options. But this is what he looks like when he's on. Now, because it's light in here, you can't really see his red light, but his red light does come out of his chest. He's perfect. And then he just goes off. He also has a Velcro tail, so you can hook him onto things, which is ideal. We can take him out and about and hook him onto the side of the cot to make sure he doesn't fall off. The next thing that I wanted to mention was the cot bed sheets. We did have the 100% cotton ones to begin with. Our baby did start to go bald around the head. She had a ring. I know some babies are more than happy to lie with their head flat. Our baby is not. She is constantly turning her head like this. So she had a ring around her head which was basically smooth, and all of her hair would come out in the bed sheet. So it was actually my partner that said to me, well, can't we just get her a satin pillowcase like you have? Wow, genius. So I researched and I found a bedsheet that is half satin and half cotton, so they're still having a breathable fabric underneath their body so that they're not sweating, but the satin half is underneath their head to stop any kind of friction, so that it will help their hair grow and stop their hair from being pulled out. I need to order a few more now that we are going up in cot sizes, but this is something that I will definitely keep buying. They are ideal. Have a few so that you can swap them over if you have any accidents. But yeah, for sure, something I will use again. I don't have any downsides to these. Another thing that we use is Tommee Tippee Red Light. It's a little light that just goes on your bedside table. It's not very big at all, and it has red light in lots of different modes and sometimes pulses. You can switch between the modes to whatever suits you best, but it's great for middle of the night feeds or putting the baby down when it's dark, so that you can still see what you're doing, but you're not waking your partner up, waking yourself up, waking the baby up with any kind of bright lights. Definitely something that I'll keep using, and will move into the nursery when the baby moves in there too. So next thing I wanted to talk about is this. Now, a rocking chair. It is certainly an investment. We paid £200 for this chair. Now, I know you might be thinking, well, that's quite a bit of money. In the rocking chair world, it is not. You can pay a lot of money for rocking chairs. I wanted an aesthetic rocking chair that went with my nursery. As you can see, there's no headrest. It's pretty square, so there's no back support, and wooden arms. It's gorgeous, and don't get me wrong, it serves its purpose, but I next time will not scrimp and scrape. I will be investing in a very good rocking chair with head support that reclines, that's got big comfy arms for when we are doing the middle of the night feeds, and also when you're feeding in general. Throughout the day we use this chair so much for feeding. I also want something that rocks a little bit easier. This takes quite a lot of energy to keep rocking it. It's not got a really natural big rock, so I will be getting something that's a bit easier to set off rocking that I can just enjoy. It's gorgeous and will be keeping it as an accent chair, but yeah, I need to invest in a better rocking chair for sure. Okay, so next on the list I want to talk about clothes. The most important things that I think you need, if anything, if you don't buy anything else, white vests, and white sleep suits. Wow, these are not newborn anymore, are they? So big. So with the vests, I buy all white personally because I think it's easy that the baby has her own whitewash. I can get stains out of white pretty easy with a bit of white vinegar, so I don't stress about things like that. And it's also just a timeless look. White, you can't beat it. So the white vests, as long as they have this fold over design on the shoulder so that you can fold it over and pull it down the baby if they have any accidents, that's all that really matters to me. And obviously the bottom has poppers for changing. You can get these from pretty much anywhere. Ours are from John Lewis, and I think I also have some from Marks and Spencer's as well. I do love the John Lewis ones, I have to say, but from anywhere, they're all pretty standard. Next is sleep suits. As long as they have got built-in feet, fold over mittens, and a double zip, you can't go wrong. There is genuinely nothing else that you need. I know some people prefer poppers, but my partner, God love him, never can line the poppers up to the right popper, and she always looks ski with. So yeah, a double zipper for changing makes it so easy. We love these. We buy them in every size every time she goes up a size, and you can get them from Morrisons. I'm pretty sure they come in packs of 2. I personally think you probably need 8 of both, depending on how many washes you want to do and how many spares, but 8 is a reasonable number, I think, if you don't buy anything else. These are your staples. If you're asking me, I would recommend buying these for at least the first 3 months. Cute outfits are not practical. Just make sure, if you are going to buy the cute outfits, that you look at what it's like putting them on and off, because it's just not the added stress that you need when you've already got a new baby. Stick to double zips. Next on my list are muslins. All I would say, buy them from pretty much anywhere. We have some Next ones which I love, but as long as they are big, you're winning. I don't think that the small square ones are very useful at all. I think you really need to be able to throw it over your shoulder and be able to wipe their mouth, burp them over your shoulder. The bigger, the better. So for sure, purchase quite a few of these. We have them lying all around the house, and we do lots of washes with these. We can go through 3 in a day sometimes, so buy quite a few. On that note, I also wanted to mention these Amazon cloths. They're just reusable wipes, basically. We use them for bath time. I also have some in my nappy caddy. They're just really good for wiping up and drying any kind of mess. So many purposes, ideal to have in. On Amazon, I think you get 40 in a pack. I think you get quite a lot anyway. Perfect for just having in the drawers, in the cupboards. Perfect. Okay, so let's get on to baby carriers. We in this house love baby carriers so much more than prams. We get so much more use out of them. We have the Baby Bichon Move and the Ktan carrier. I'll show you them both. I personally think having 2 as an option like this is great. If you're only going to get 1, I would say get the Baby Bichon Move, just because of how long they can fit in it, the support, how many people can wear it size-wise. perfect. First, I'll show you the baby ktan. I got this off Vinted for £10. It's about £60, I think, or $60. You can get it from the UK. Something that I would highly recommend. So, this is the carrier. As you can see, it comes in 2 loops like this. I think it's really nice because it's like a cotton material. It's really nice to wear around the house. It's nice and lightweight, really easy to pack in a bag, really easy to store, and not too bulky for wearing it around the house. It's really easy to use because I wanted a tie carrier, but we don't want to be messing around with things like that while your baby's screaming. So this is ideal. It's so easy. So you hold the bit where it's looped, you put it over your head, you split the 2 loops, put your arms through, and you're good to go. It's really hard to see because I'm wearing black, but it creates an X shape, if you can see that, and then this middle bit is where your baby will sit. It's really perfect for when they're small and they can just curl right up in the middle of here rather than having to put the legs around you. It does come with an instruction manual, but it will also have a label on which shows you how to wear it and also the different positions that your baby can be in. It does come with another strap for when your baby gets a little bit bigger, just to secure them around the back, but it's just one band. So again, nothing complicated, and then you just tie that round for the added support. I would highly recommend. I absolutely love it. One of my friends is expecting and I let her try it on because I was raving about it, and she could not believe how easy it was to use. So ideal for first time parents and for when your baby's upset. Next is the Baby Bichon Move. The age range for this is 0 to 15 months. It is a lot bulkier, but it's very adjustable, so especially if you and your partner or you and whoever's going to be wearing it are different sizes, it's really adjustable around the back and around the waist, and it's really easy to use. It's got very good support. We use ours for out walking, or my partner wears it if we're out and about shopping and he wants to wear a carrier. I wear the other one a lot more. It literally clips together. You can get it in many different colours too. Again, we were really lucky to have this gifted by a couple of great friends, but you can also get these second-hand as well. So if you want to save a little bit of money, this is definitely something to look at on Vinted or Facebook Marketplace for sure. But I would definitely use it again. I absolutely love it. But the next things that I want to talk about are bath time. The bath that we use is the Angel Care Mesh Bath. It's everything that you need in a bath. It's perfect. It's really lightweight, easy to use, and we just pop it in our bath once we've filled it to the right level. It does have a fill line on it, so you know how much to fill the bath. And you can also use these in sinks if you've got a sink big enough, which my back would probably love me for, but we don't have a sink big enough. So yeah, it's really nice for her to have time in the bath in this, and we also put toys in the actual bath with her just to make it a little bit more fun. It's perfect, really comfy, she loves it. It also allows her feet to sit low enough so that she can splash in the water, which she loves. This is the bath thermometer that we have. I think it was about £2. I will link this below. It's perfect. I know some people buy more expensive ones. It tells you the exact temperature, and it also has a little line on your ideal temperature so you know what you should be aiming for. And it just floats around like a little fish. It's perfect, really simple, would definitely use again. Next up is the Frida Mum Snot Sucker. What can I say, it's great. I know when we were first getting this, me and my partner was like, I am not sucking her snot through that, no way. It's perfect though, guys. So I know that you can get the ones that have a squeezy end that does the suction. They're not very easy to clean out though, so it's not very hygienic, so I don't think that they are the best option. These have a filter in so that when you suck up the snot, it will not go through the tube. Realistically, the likelihood of that happening is slim anyway, but still, there's a filter, and in the box you also do get extra filters that you just cut up and put in. It's really ideal for when they're younger, because when babies have snot or bogies, they are so big that they are the size of their nostril, because their nostrils are so small, so they cannot breathe around them. So it's really important that you have something to get their snot out with. I did not think this was a big thing until when she came home. I was like, wow, we need that snot sucker more than what we thought. I will now be purchasing the, I'm not sure exactly what it's called, I'll put a picture of it on, but it's the snot picker, the bogie picker. Gorgeous. So I will be keeping this for our next baby, but we will now be getting the picker that is also from Frida Mum. Along the lines of cosmetic healthcare kind of things, the Tommee Tippee nail file is perfect. I will definitely be getting this again. I find it much more easier to use than any kind of nail file or nail clippers. It also has lots of different heads and different settings, so that depending on how old your baby is and what their nails are like, it won't cut their skin, but it'll be just tough enough to get their nails down, which I think is really ideal, and it put my mind at ease knowing that I wouldn't be able to cut her using this. So it's definitely something that you need in your nappy caddy, something that you need to hand. We were having to do ours like once a week. They grow so fast, so definitely something to have in for sure. Add that to your list. Next, the Vital Baby Bin. I know that the Tommee Tippee is so popular, but I really did not want the ongoing stress and cost of having to buy the bin liner inners. So we were already buying some nappy bags for in our nappy bag anyway. They cost next to nothing on Amazon. Again, I'll put the link on the ones that we have. They're great. I think you get 200 of them in a pack. We were using the Vital Baby Bin because you don't have to buy any specific nappy bags. It's great for odour. It just has a rotating lid which drops it down into the bottom, and then when you lift it back up, it's just empty, ready for another one. We keep ours with the lid down, facing downwards. It keeps in all the odour, doesn't let anything out. We do have it in our dressing room where we change her at the moment, which is attached to our bedroom. I love that you don't have to buy specific nappy bags, which is perfect, low cost. I think we got ours again secondhand for around £15. They're not as common as the Tommee Tippee ones, but if you can manage to get yourself one secondhand, it is ideal. So on the topic of playing and toys, I want to mention the Newbie Bouncer. I know the Baby Bichon is really popular. The Newbie Bouncer is pretty much exactly the same at a fraction of the price. I think it's really convenient. We have ours in the kitchen. It's a great place to just be able to put her down. You know that she's strapped in and she's safe, because our baby does suffer with reflux, so putting her on her back in the play gym isn't always an option for us, so sometimes she likes to be sat up in her bouncer. It's also great for if you've just done a feed, so that you can keep them upright just for half an hour before you put them down to play. We do have a play gym as well, but the Newbie Bouncer is definitely more for convenience. She doesn't love it in terms of it's not very fun for her. If you're not entertaining her in front of her, or you're not, she loves it when we're talking in the kitchen or we're cooking tea because it's something to watch. But if you're not doing that and it's a bit of a boring environment, she's bored for sure. So in the future, I would maybe try one of the swings or something with a little bit more going on. It does vibrate and it does play music, but I don't think that is enough for her. So it's something that I will definitely consider getting another swing or something with a little bit more fun. And it does have a gym over the top with toys, but again, I just think it doesn't cut it. Along that topic, ugly toys. Now, when we were shopping for all of our baby stuff, I really thought, no, I'll be the person that buys the Scandibon baby toys. and all of the gorgeous wooden pastel coloured toys. Just get yourself a gorgeous toy box or a gorgeous basket to have in your living room, wherever you're going to be spending your time around the play gym, just to throw all the ugly toys in so that you can get them out, they can play with them, they can look around at them, and it will really spark their interest, and then you can put them away. That is something I would definitely do again. I would buy some more ugly toys for sure. I have now got a little bit of an array of things that sing tunes and that look horrific, and she absolutely adores them. One little thing I would like to add in is Milton hand sanitizer. Hand hygiene is so important anyway, but especially when they're so small. So having a few of these, one in your nappy bag, one in your changing caddy, just dotted around the house, really helps with convenience. So finally, feeding. I wanted to mention first of all breast pumps. Now if you're breastfeeding or if you're wanting to pump your breast milk, get yourself a good breast pump. We have the Lola and Like, although I don't think it's great in terms of it is one singular pump and it also is handheld. It's not a hands-free pump. Next time I would be looking for a double pump and a hands-free. I do think the Medela is really well rated, so that is something that I would like to try next time. I did have the Kiss Bobo off Amazon, which is a cheap hands-free one. They have lots of problems with suction, so I would really highly recommend not getting that. I know some people love it. I think if you're lucky that it just continues to work. Mine broke a couple of times. One time I changed the seal and it worked. The next time it was completely broken. So not something that I would get again, but it was really convenient for having it just in your bra. So I think maybe having two options, one bulkier, bigger option for in the house and then more of a discreet one for out and about. I find it really hard to pump whilst I'm out with the Lola and Like, just because you really need to, you've got it right there, you know, it's hard to disguise. I do put the muslin over myself and I do find it a little bit easier like that, but it's just not ideal. I would rather have one that just slips in my bra. But yeah, the Kiss Bobo didn't work for me and I did not repurchase. So I do think that I would go for the Medela next time and try that. But the Lola and Like is a really good breast pump, especially for at home. I do also use some milk collection cups. They are great. You cannot use them lying down, which is a bit of a downside, but they are great for catching your letdown if you're feeding off the other breast. I do really like how discreet the ones that I have are. They go in your bra, you can hardly see them, they're great. Next time I think I will be purchasing one of the Hackers, Hacker, I think they're called, which you can squeeze and they have more of a manual expression as well, just to help with the letdown, because we store my milk and give it to her from the bottle, so that would be really handy for us. And they're not always so discreet with certain outfits, so I'd definitely get yourself some breast pads as well, either reusable or disposable. We use disposable just because I do go through them quite fast, but I would definitely recommend getting one or the other just for when you've not got the milk collection cups on. Still on the feeding topic, we use the MAM bottles. I will continue using these with any of the babies that I have. They are great. We don't have a sterilizer in the house purely because I breastfeed most of the time, so it's not worth us having one. So it's really good that you can sterilize them in the microwave and it takes 3 minutes and they're ready to go. I also think this is really ideal for if you're out and about on the go, meaning that as long as you can wash it out somewhere, everywhere has a sink and some washing up liquid, you can just restack it and put it in someone's microwave. Perfect for going visiting family and knowing that you don't need to take 5 bottles with you. You can just take a couple and re-sterilize them if needed. Plastic bibs are a must-have. We are so lucky to say that our baby started teething at 2 months old. Yay, how pleased we were, just to add to the reflux, just to add to every other problem that we had. But yeah, the Amazon plastic backed bibs are absolutely ideal for any kind of teething, drool, when they're a little bit sick and spitty uppy. perfect so that you don't have to change outfits every 5 minutes. It's as simple as that. They are Velcro on the top. They stay really well. I've washed them a few times and they're still really sticky and don't come off. And she does definitely pull at them too. So they are really secure, which is great. I do take mine off if we're traveling anywhere or if she is laid down, just to make sure that if it flaps over her face, that she can breathe because of obviously the plastic backing. So just make sure you are careful with them in that sense. But they are absolutely perfect for not having to change outfits every 5 minutes. It keeps her completely dry, and I just take a few spares out with us when we're out and about. Next is the Nubie Rapid Cool. What do I even say about this product? It's magic. I thought I would grab it. So it's really easy to use. I thought ours was broken when we first got it. So when you use it, you take the lid off, put the milk in or put the water in, however you're deciding to do it. You put the lid on and you turn it upside down and you click this little button. As you can see, it's green at the moment. It says Nubie in green. Every time we put the lid on, it was green already. So basically, it just absorbs any heat from the liquid inside, so it really cools down any kind of boiling water or boiling formula that you've just made. So you just rotate it and then turn it upside down. That's where the thermometer is, which is why you turn it upside down. Re-click, and as long as it is green, you're good to go. It's really great. Along this, they do offer a flask. We just have a normal flask that I already had in the house. You can purchase this though with the matching flask. I think it's just a normal flask though, so if it's a lot more expensive, don't waste your money. We also use an insulated bag, which we have a gel ice pack. So if I've got to take any pumped breast milk out with us, then I'll leave it in there to keep it cold. And also if I'm pumping out and about, it's something that I can put the milk that I've pumped in to keep it cold till I get home to put it in the fridge or the freezer, just to make sure that you're not wasting any milk if you are pumping before or after going out. If you're using pumped milk, definitely something that I would have with your bottle selection. So that is everything. I really hope you've enjoyed the video and I hope it was useful. Like I said, I did so much research prior to having a baby with things that I thought that I would need, making sure that I had exactly what I wanted. So I do think these videos are really helpful. If you do want me to go for anything more specific, any specific item reviews, then please just let me know or comment down below. If you are expecting, then congratulations, and I'm so excited for you. I'm jealous of that newborn stage that you're about to go through. So enjoy it and soak it up. Do not waste a second of it because it's amazing. It is hard, and just remember that through them long nights, they will be over soon, and try to soak up every single part of it because it will not last for very long and they get so big so fast. I hope this has helped, and I will see you in one of the next videos. Bye!